Assalamu alaikum. I would like first to welcome you all to this video demonstration for the IMAS online examination information for students. We will be talking about what you need to do in your preparation for the exam, what checkup processes you will need to do, what software and hardware you need to secure, and what you must and must not do during the examination period. Let us start. 6 things to do before your exam. Number 1. Check in early. There will be a check-in process before each exam. You are supposed to check in at least 30 minutes before your exam. Number 2. Check your webcam and mic. Check that the webcam and mic in your computer or laptop are working. You need to do this every day before each exam. Number 3. Get Google Chrome. Install the latest Chrome browser. Google Chrome is the recommended browser for your exams. Number 4. Use a wired connection. A wired internet connection will always prove to be more stable. Number 5. Test your system. Check that you are able to enter Google Classroom assigned for your exam. Do that every day before each exam. Number 6. Find a quiet and private location. Take your exam in a place where you will not be disturbed or interrupted. How you will be monitored during your IMAS online exam. Google Meets will allow for a similar invigilator experience that you experience in person in a classroom. Google Classroom Exam Platform. Google Classroom will be the LMS, Learning Management System, and the exam platform for the IMAS online examination. Students will be allocated different groups for their exams. Live online monitoring. Your invigilator will be inviting you to join a Google Meet conference, and you will be monitored live via this tool. Auto Proctor. As you take your exams, we monitor your environment and actions real time to determine any issues. Evidence will be recorded of these incidents so that they can be reviewed later. Instructions for taking the exam with Auto Proctor. Part number 1. Before you take the exam, you need to take notes of the following. Number 1. Old browsers and devices will not be able to load an Auto Proctor test. Therefore, you need to use a modern PC, laptop, or Chromebook. The microphone and webcam must function properly. The browser must be Google Chrome updated to the latest version. Number 2. Many of you have multiple Google accounts on your device. Before you take a test on Auto Proctor, log out of all accounts, then log in with the correct Google account, your IMAS email. Do not use incognito or private mode. Number 3. Do a check test to find out if your system can work with Auto Proctor before you take the exam. If the test fails, you will need to update your operating system or find another device. The most important thing to remember about Auto Proctor is that if one test loads, other tests will also load. So, if you can get the following demo test to work on your device, you can get other tests to run too. You can use the following link for this purpose. Number 4. Prepare a good place for you to take the exam without interruptions or disruptions. You need to have a quiet place, chair and table, good lighting. Part number 2. During the exam. Number 1. You need to click the exam link that will be shared with you via Google Classroom by your teachers. Number 2. Allow the permission for both the microphone and the camera. These two must be switched on during the whole exam time. Number 3. Read the questions carefully and answer them thoroughly. Number 4. During the exam, you are not allowed to do any of the following actions. If you do not adhere to these restrictions, AutoProctor will detect it and record it in your exam log file. A. Do not make noise, as the app is sensitive to noise and disruptive actions. B. Do not leave your workspace, as the app can detect if nobody is there in front of the camera. C. Do not excessively move your face or body, as the app can detect face and body movements. D. Do not switch to any other app or tabs while you are doing your exam. AutoProctor can detect that too. Part number 3. After answering all the questions, normally on a Google form, you have one purple submit button at the bottom of the form. On AutoProctor, you have a purple submit button at the bottom and a green button at the top. Always click on the purple submit button first and then click the green button. The purple button is shown as a 1 in a red circle in the image to the right. If you do not click the purple submit button, all the answers you have entered will be lost. So always click the purple submit button first. After that, click the green submit button at the top. If you do not click this submit button, your teacher will not be able to see your submission on AutoProctor. The green submit button is shown as 2 in the image to the right. Okay, in the next slide, we will be testing if AutoProctor works with our device or no. You need to do this demo test only one time. If it works for you, it means your device is ready to be used with AutoProctor. If it does not work, you need to have your operating system updated, or you maybe need to change to a different device. Remember, some of the actions that you will do in this demo test are prohibited actions in the real exam. For example, they will ask you to make noise, to cover the camera, and to switch to different apps or tabs. All of these are prohibited in the real exam, but you need to do them only once in this demo test. In this part of the demonstration, I will be talking about how can you check if AutoProctor works on your system or no. In order to do that, you need to take this demo test. This is the link. I will click this link. It will open for me this window. I just click got it. Here I have a notice of 2 points. Do not stop screen sharing. 2 important points. When you are asked to share the screen, share the entire screen. Do not just share a tab or a window. Number 2, do not stop sharing the screen in the middle of the test. Your test will reload and you have to write all your answers again. Click Won't Stop Sharing Screen. Wait for a while. In this screen, click your entire screen, hit in the middle of the window here, and then click Share. Okay, this is the test window. Here we have some questions. They will test if your system works or no. Just follow the instructions. For the first one, you need to click on the timer and click first time. If you click the first time, it will hide the timer. If you click it again, the timer will appear. So click here yes. The second thing, for the camera, you need to cover the camera with your hand or your finger for a few seconds. The system should be able to detect that by showing this message, no face detected. So I will do it now. It works for me, as you can see in this area. So I will click yes. Make some noise. Actually, for this one, I'm making a noise all the time because I'm explaining to you the idea. So you see here, when I talk, noise detected label appears here in this white box. So it works for me, this part. The second thing that you need to do is move away from this tab on the browser to a different tab. When you move to a different tab, this is prohibited in the exam, but just we want to check it for the test demo purpose. So I will click plus icon trying to open a new tab. Remember, this is prohibited during the exam. So let me just wait for a while here. Actually, this action is recorded by the software. Back to the auto proctor. Just click here. Yes, it worked. Here it shows you how auto proctor works. Remember that auto proctor is monitoring your video, audio, what the browser tab or application you are on, and many other things. As you take the test, always look at the screen, ensure that there is no noise around you. Do not move from this tab to a different tab at all. We are doing this just for testing purposes, as I told you. If auto proctor detects that you may be doing something wrong, it will capture that as evidence. You will see this on the next screen. Here they ask you to put some feedback. Just skip this part. Okay, after finishing the exam, you have here two buttons, the purple one and the green one. Remember, you need to click first purple below and then the green. So purple, this is submitting the exam itself, okay, and the green is for submitting the auto proctor software. Click this one. Finished clicking submit buttons. Have you clicked on the submit button at the bottom of the test? If not, do the first and then click this button again. Yes, I have finished submitting. IMAS online exam process. This is the process to take your exam. We have here main 4 steps. Step number 1, setup. You need to attend the briefing with your teachers before the examination period. During this briefing, you need to agree to the honor code through a link that will be given to you. You need to install and check the technology and prepare your exam workspace. Step number 2, check-in. Every day before each exam, you need to join Google Meet. Check-in process with the invigilator and wait for the exam to start. Step number 3, exam period. Open the exam link in Google Classroom. Start answering. Complete the exam based on instructions given. Step number 4, submit. Submit your exam when time is up and wait for the instructions of the invigilator before you leave the Google Meet. In the following slides, we will give some more details about these steps. For the setup process, start immediately. Attend this briefing and sign the honor code via the survey link that will be shared with you immediately at the end of this briefing. This applies to all students. Make sure to install and check your technology. You have to use a PC, laptop, or a Chromebook with a webcam and a mic functioning properly. You have also to have access to a reliable internet connection for Google Classroom, Google Meet, and auto proctor. Make sure that you have the ability to quickly scan in documents, PDF scanner using the CAM Scanner app for secondary math exam only. As part of the setup process, you need to prepare your exam workspace. Find a quiet place with minimal through traffic from other people. You need to have other electronic devices other than PC or laptop turned off during the exam time. Only the permitted materials by your invigilators are allowed on work surface. Handphones are allowed only for the math exam in the secondary school. During the math exam, you must put your handphone in a location as specified by your invigilator. The second step of the IMAS online exam process is elaborated here. Check-in, getting yourself ready to start the exam. You need to log in to Google Meet with the link provided to you by the exam invigilator. All students will be individually checked in by the invigilator. So wait for your invigilator who will conduct a check-in with you. This check-in process includes many procedures. Number 1, you need to show your photo ID to your invigilator. Number 2, you need to use a webcam to scan your exam workspace. Number 3, you need to use a mirror to show the edges of your monitor to the invigilator. Number 4, help you position yourself in an exam-ready position mode. Number 5, wait until all other students are checked in by the invigilator. Number 6, please watch this link below that will give you a clear idea about the check-in process and what you need to do in this step. In order for the auto proctor software to work properly and for your invigilator to monitor you well, you need all the time to be in the exam ready mode. Here we will be talking about what you need to do in order to keep or to maintain this position. First of all, you need to have your PC or laptop or Chromebook positioned so that you can see the screen. Secondly, make sure that the invigilator can see your workspace but not other students. Third, your hand phone must be in an invigilator instructed position. Remember that hand phones will be allowed only for the secondary students during the math exam for scanning purposes. Step number 3 of the IMAS online exam process is the exam period. Invigilator will be monitoring via Google Meet. Number 1, stay in exam ready position. No other activity on the computer will be allowed unless otherwise stated by the examiner. Number 2, the exam link will be released by the invigilator on Google Classroom. Exam immediately starts when released. Number 3, invigilator will check in with you whenever there is a need. Number 4, minimize Google Meet screen just to see the invigilator and remain on your exam screen until you submit the exam. In this slide, we will clarify some points related to the math exam for the secondary school. Be prepared to submit your work in a timely manner. Write your full name and class at the top of each paper that you use. Scan your answers to PDF and assemble into a single document. Hand phone use is permitted but only for scanning assembling purposes. Submit your exam and confirm receipt. As instructed, submit via Google form. Invigilator will confirm receipt. Student may only leave the Google Meet when the invigilator clears you to go. Please watch the link below to see more details about this process. Okay, we have reached the end of this demonstration. Thank you for watching, and I hope you the best of luck in your exams. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.